What it do, everybody? It's your boy King Crowder back again with another edition of History You Did Not Know and Things That I Taught in Detail for Show. Today's lesson is coming from one of the great authors, Black American minds, and curators of her day. Who I'm referring to is the great Frances Cress Welsing, the doctor. She was born March 18th, 1935. She was an American psychologist, well known for her theory of decoding what white supremacy, white superiority, and confronting race if you have no idea what it means. She offers, her interpretation on what white supremacist culture is, how it affects everything that we deal with her groundbreaking research of a novel entitled The ISIS Papers. If you have not read it and you are a Black American or anybody that understands how race worked back in the day and currently, I would strongly advise you read it. It is one of the greatest pieces of literature that I will put as an avid reader, top 10 in my books ever. Of all the books I've read, The ISIS Paper is easily top 10 by how deep, how thorough, and how analytical it breaks down issues concerning race until this day. Let's dive into her backstory. She was born in the great city of Chicago. Chicago, y'all, has so many of our great icons during the Great Migration movement. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing was born to her father, Henry Noah Cress, who was a physician. Her mother, Miss Ida Griffin, who was a teacher. She was the middle of three girls, and the elders named as Lorraine and her younger sister known as Barbara. In 1957, she earned her bachelor's degree from Untold College in Yellow Springs, Ohio. In 1961, she eventually married and met her husband, Jonas Crescent, a Ghanaian man who enrolled in Harvard University. They had no children. In 1962, she received her master's degree from the great University of Howard University, in the 60s, when she moved to D.C., worked in many hospitals, especially with children. While Welsing was assistant professor at Howard University, she formalized her body of work in 1969. She confronted what racism was. She published her groundbreaking work in what is known as one of the most iconic Black scholars until this day. Her goal was to teach how race affects locally, stately, nationally, and globally. Her one body of work called The ISIS Paper was an essay written format that decoded what she did in her research practically. I don't want to give away the information, but it broke it down to the gun, to the manufacturing, to the lifestyle, to the upbringing, to the socially, to the economics, and to social cues. Her book is groundbreaking. It is still prevalent and made until this day. One thing that she speaks about that I will give you a snippet of, she speaks about how genocide and people of color have went through multiple things that Black people have faced in the United States. She breaks down how people's ethnic cleansing have happened and how the melanin and genetic formula affects genetic survival. She believed that injustice caused by racism is by non-white people that can be recognized all across this country. She also tackled issues of drug use, murder, teen pregnancy, infant mortality, incarceration, unemployment, and all other required issues that affect the Black community. What she describes as how it happens, the root, the symptoms, and the disease. Frances Cress Welsing went in a deep format on how she thinks the disease happened. One thing that she faced a lot of criticism for is she was bold. She spoke openly. She spoke because she was educated. She spoke thoroughly. She's so transparent on her ideologies and beliefs. She received a lot of criticism and blowback by her tenured professors around her because she was unshaken in beliefs. Her belief system was radical. It was honest. It was transparent. It was determined to educate those who did not know what was going on, love, hate, or did not want to believe in this woman. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing spoke the truth unapologetically. Sadly, her life came to a short end December 30th, 2015, when she suffered from two strokes when she was placed in a local Washington, D.C. hospital, where she died and passed away at the age of 80 in 2016. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, she molded so many of our minds. She molded multiple thoughts, and she spoke honestly about how race, racism, classism, and white supremacy culture affects us until this day. Her work, her book that she published and made in 1991, every young man and young woman should read that in college or early years of learning. She is such an icon, and her information is so true and relevant to this day. The great Dr. Cress Welsing, I want to thank you, and you are a Black American icon. Thank you for your work, your transparency, and your boldness. Your legacy will continue to live on far past your legacy. Until next time, please, thank you for listening to this on our channel. I hope you loved this previous video about the great Frances Cress Welsing. This information about her was meant to just shed a light on her great work. People all across this country, our Black icons, do not get the credit they deserve. She is one of them. She is a leader, a thought provider, and an inspirational piece who broke down so many of her literature from a long-term perspective. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, she motivated, she teach, she educated. Please make sure you look at her work, understood what she did, and learn the logic from it. I'm an avid supporter. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Chicago, this is one of your own. Another one of Chicago's badge. Stand up and tell us what you think about this great advocator and doctor. Until next time, it's your boy. Checking out. Peace.